navn er Glaso, opprinnelig fra Stavanger, bor i Kristiansand med mine 3 barn og kone. Nå er det sånn at jeg har vært i finansbransjen i 25 år, stort sett jobbet mot å skape verdier for aksjonærer og kunder hele veien. Når jeg da i 2015 kom på denne ideen med Blockbonds, hvor man kunne utnytte den teknologien til fordel for de menneskene som trenger det mer enn det kanskje meg og deg trenger, ga meg en enorm boost. Da er jeg hjemme igjen i Norge etter en lengre rundreise i Afrika. Jeg reiste rundt til stort sett hele Rwanda og hilste på alle de som jobber for oss der, og ikke minst og våre brukere. Det er ufattelig motiverende å se hva det faktisk betyr for disse menneskene å kunne bruke det verktøyet som vi har, og hvordan det faktisk forenkler hverdagen deres. Det er godt å være hjemme. Sånn. Litt kontraster til Afrika. Da må vi ut av marken når kona skal på trening. Det som driver meg er jo faktisk å kunne bidra til at de 2 milliarder menneskene som i dag er utenfor det finansielle systemet, faktisk kan bli en del av det. Nettopp fordi at vi har løst et problem som alle tidligere har vært løst før.
Why is it so that the people living in the poorest countries in the world are the ones paying the highest fees on financial transactions? Why is it so that the people have to pay 25% to remit their hard-earned money? Only because there is no other alternative. Using these expensive channels like Western Unions and others, while me and you can do this completely cost-free. To me, this doesn't make any sense. Spen is a mobile bank application, similar to Venmo and Vipps, but with a key difference, without the need to have a bank account, which is quite key when the population in Africa, only 20% of these has a bank account. Our mission is to contribute to financial inclusion. Today, there is 2 billion people living outside the financial system. This is exactly what we have solved by utilizing the blockchain technology. By utilizing this technology, we can provide everyone with a bank account, completely cost-free, and at the same time provide them products like savings accounts, deposit accounts, transferring money, depositing money, request money, pay bills, and many other features completely cost-free. This is something that never had been possible before. Spen is a Norwegian product. Currently, we are present in 11 countries. We are fully operational in 3 countries, Philippines, Rwanda, and Tanzania. In addition to that, we have got regulatory approval in 2 more countries, which means that within 2019, we will be fully operational and live in 5 countries. Spen is a viral product. But still, there is a need to do marketing. And like James from Equity Bank was saying earlier today, the need of having a distribution is key. For us to build trust into our own system, it's crucial that the people in a very easy way can access their cash. Money that they have deposited into a system, they need to be able to reach that money, and it needs to be easy to deposit the money as well. What we are doing is empowering the people. And it boils down to employment and dignity. Because what we do is that everyone every spend user can become an ambassador. And becoming an ambassador, we are paying them to onboard other users. In other words, for a store owner that is using Spend, next time there comes in a new customer, he would say, well, I want you to pay with Kenyan shilling but using Spend, like we would do with Vips. And the user would ask questions, what is this, and so on and so on. But now when he onboard this customer, he make $1 more that time, that one time. If you do this 80 times a month, he makes more money than his average salary. What have we contributed to? Well, as any successful corporation, there needs to be a value for the user. But the partner needs to make money. Our partner is the bank. This is how we fast-track ourselves into the market. In a market where only 20% has a bank account, it's quite obvious that it's quite limited how the bank can access deposited capital. What we are doing, in addition to that, is to handle the customer base on behalf of the bank. Because today, when the bank is now onboarding a customer, they have to pay $35 to $65 to maintain these customers a year. But the deposit that these users have is $20. In other words, there's no gain for the bank to have these as their customers. These people become their own enemies. But if we can facilitate this customer base on behalf of the bank, I am then removing the cost. Now this becomes very interesting for the bank because we are turning a cost to become an income. And in addition to that, if I now can provide them with a deposited capital much cheaper than I can do on my own, then it becomes a very strong tool. Today we have 300,000 customers. 300,000 people that has taken the first step out of the cash society. 300,000 people that has changing their social status from being unbanked to banked. Our bank partner today is spending 25 to 30 minutes to sign up a customer. They spent 40 years. This is an Tier 1 bank in Rwanda. They spent 40 years to sign up 50,000 customers. When we launched, we gave them 150,000 customers in 60 days. If you do the math, the bank saved 75,000 working hours by entering into our tool. This is what I like to call innovation. What is the next step? Well, what is the most important to these people? Is it food on the table? Is it water? Or is it the ability to communicate? I think it's all about freedom. I think it's all about the ability to choose. And how is financial inclusion helping the poor without being able to choose and without the ability to access services? Services that they never before could access, but now they can only because they have a mobile phone in their hand. Because we all heard today that they all have mobile phones. But the ability to communicate with me and you financially. We will therefore continue to do what we do. We will continue to develop our current account. We will continue to develop our savings account. 70% of all our deposit today is going into savings. Business accounts in a market which is underestimated, a market where banks are using Excel sheets, doing salary payments manually, spending 8.5% of their total revenue in handling salary payments. insurance products, and so on. Back in 2008, we signed an agreement with the United Nations. The purpose of the agreement was to empower women through financial education. To be specific, the agreement was with United Nations Women. The project was rolled out in Kakuma, a refugee camp on the border of South Sudan and Kenya. I was present there myself. And being there and seeing all the sadness in the eyes of these women, but at the same time experience the joy and the gratitude, the joy of being seen, the gratitude of being part of something that meant something to them, the gratitude of being able to communicate financially with their family and friends, which is living outside the refugee camp. To be here and experience these things was incredibly strong. And to witness how an ecosystem can be built completely out of a need for the people is a true proof that our product has a great impact to many people's lives. So in the exact same way as United Nations and World Bank is stating, taking the first step out of the poverty is taking the first step out of the cashless society, is the first step out of poverty. And this is exactly what SPEN is all about. Thank you.
I think